Hello, and welcome to Thinking Thursday. I'm your host, Bronwyn Lucas, and I am glad you're here tonight. I'm a licensed professional counselor, certified Christian counselor, life coach, and all around person who likes to help you make your life a little better, a little easier, you're a little more manageable. So, welcome to the show tonight. Tonight, we have an interesting topic. We are going to discuss life in the world of COVID. Now, this is not an easy thing. Um, Not easy because it's caused us so much stress, so many things that have been going on. People's lives are just crazy and confusing. So, we want to spend some time talking about that. And I'm also going to share top 10 tips for managing life through COVID. But we always start off with a little deep breathing. Deep breathing to allow you to get more oxygen in your brain, more oxygen in your body, and allow you to woosah and have a calming moment. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to count to four very slowly. And as I first count to four, you're going to breathe in, and I'll say breathe out and count to four again, and you will breathe out. We're going to take 3 breaths. So let's just try it. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Woosah. You know, life is filled, and we'll find with tonight with just crazy things going on. So for me right now, having one of those crazy moments, and I'm going to have to acknowledge it. And who would ever answer a text in the middle of a show? Well, I have to. So I'm going to do it, and I'll tell you um, why I'm doing it. I normally pick up my child after the show from his job, and he texted me earlier and said, "Oh, I get off at 7." And I went, "Okay." Wasn't thinking. I was thinking, "Oh, the show's over at 7." No, the show begins at 7. So I needed to let him know I can't pick you up, and let him know take an Uber. Well, life is filled with just crazy things going on, which so fits with the theme tonight: managing life through COVID. We've talked about just the unpredictable. So why is this an issue? I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint, and we'll be looking at some points I'm going to make later. But I want to take a moment to put this PowerPoint on the screen um, as we have the opportunity to talk about this tonight. When we think about what's going on in our world today, as I said, it is extremely complicated. It's extremely unreal. Most people listening to my voice right now have known someone who has had COVID, has known someone to die because of COVID, or you may be someone who um, that's all of you. You fit into all 3 categories. Wow. So COVID has so changed our world. What do we do with this change? What are some of the changes? Well, we don't go out and have the freedom to just get up and go like we used to. Um, Travel, not the same. If you were one who traveled a lot of your travel plans have been thwarted, especially if you like to travel internationally. We're just not doing it. What about just going to the movies? We don't do that either because the movie theaters are just now opening up. And some of them aren't really opened up in the way where you can just get up and go to the movie. No, it may be that they're open for groups. They're open in different ways, but the idea of just, I'm going to go to the movie, not the same. So many things that are different. What do we do with it? Wow. So, when we think about it, what are some other things? If you are listening in, type in some things that you know that have changed for you before we move on. I always like to include the audience because you have so many good things to add, so many good things to say. So, what are some things that you know that has changed our world? I'm going to the other screen to look and see if anybody has anything they would like to add. So, we just don't go like we used to. A lot of people are experiencing COVID fatigue. They do not want to be in the house any longer. If I have to stay in this house any longer, I'll scream. I just want to go out and go to so and so's house and hang out like we used to. So, and then some people may say, well, you're not coming over here. So, the idea of going to your friend's house to hang out, not going to happen. So, what did we do with this silly old fatigue? Well, let's look at some things we can do. So, I want to look at top 10 tips for managing life in COVID because it's not an easy thing. What do we do? Well, let me tell you. Let's look at number one. First off, acknowledge that mental health is a problem for you. Now, here's the issue with this and why I started off because these tips are not in any particular order. But the reason I put this first is we need to acknowledge that it's a problem. I am not managing my life. I've talked to a lot of people personally and professionally who they're not managing life right now, but don't want to admit it. I really got this. I can handle everything on my own. I don't have this. I'm not really depressed. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm good. I can handle it. It is okay. I always say on this show that mental health is health. You manage other parts of your health. It's time to manage your mental health. If you find yourself anxious, depressed, just can't manage life, don't even have a word for how you feel, it's okay. I tell my new clients on their first session when they come in with anxiety and depression issues that you're in good company. 85% of my clientele right now is dealing with some form of anxiety. Why? Well, our world right now, because of COVID, for the reasons I mentioned earlier, is just complicated and it doesn't make you feel calm and at ease. It's anxiety producing. You don't know what to do. You feel, oh, well, if you already had issues with anxiety or depression, they're likely to be heightened now because it's not that we're in a world that's calm. And as African Americans, we look at a lot of the racial tension that's going on in our country. And a change in leadership did not really take that away. It's a change in leadership. Now we're hoping it has some positive effects, but a change in leadership and the presidency is not going to make a natural just change to everything in your life. So our world is crazy. So if we are feeling stress, we are in good company. There are so many people who have grief issues, especially associated with people who have died during this time, are heightened because the grieving process, for instance, going to a funeral or the repast where everybody just sits around and you share good memories, those things are not in place now. So how you grieve is different. And so you're going to feel it differently and you're going to feel it more. So, yeah, it's really, truly impacting our lives. So, here's some things we can do. Have fun. Why am I starting with that? Although I said there is no particular order, I figured God decided the order that they needed to be in. Have some fun. Smile, laugh, and be off of the grid. Get off the phone, computer, tablet for a moment. The Bible says a merry heart does the soul good. So laugh and smile. And I know some of you are saying, yeah, but you don't know my life. Right now, there is nothing to laugh about. And I understand. For some of you, the things that you are going through aren't even related to COVID. But man, you've got lives going on and life is difficult. So why smile? That smile will do something for you internally. That smile will do something for those of you, those around you who are going through the same stress. Laugh. Sometimes I agree, there is nothing in your life to laugh about. So what do? Go listen to something silly. Even in the midst of all of your heartache and trauma, laughing can elevate your mood, even if slightly. And if it's only slightly and it goes away, that's okay. For those few moments, your mood was elevated. Smile, laugh, get off the grid, put that phone down. Now, right now, if you're on the computer or tablet listening, stay there. I want you to hear the rest. But maybe watch your own screen time. Um, but a lot of people like to follow social media. And even before the world of COVID, one of the things about social media was that when you are on social media, let's say take Facebook, you see everybody's post and they post all the good things that's going on in their life. Their life may be more messed up than yours, but all you see is the good things because that's what people are going to post. And then you can have negative feelings about yourself because you don't see any positive things. You only see the negative. I mean, you don't see any negative things and you think, see, their life is so much better than mine. Not necessarily. It's that's what you see. But when you see that, it can make you feel even worse. So turn it off for a while. Go do something, read a book, take a walk. We'll talk about some of those. But what is fun to you? Or maybe you have to recreate your own fun. Figure it out because everything you did for fun may be impacted by COVID. Find something new. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Oh, another thing I'd like to say is don't self-medicate and reduce your alcohol use. So by self-medicate, you might smoke a little something that's legal or not. You might drink, and that's a form of self-medication, but I wanted to isolate alcohol. Or some people are on prescription medication to manage their anxiety and depression, which is very beneficial, but some people overuse it. Or some people are taking somebody else's and this hasn't been prescribed for them. You're self-medicating. Will it work for you? Then, okay, I'm going to try it. No. Or I'm going to use, well, just smoke a little something because it relaxes me, it mellows me out, and I'm just so stressed out right now. Well, yeah, I did have one glass of wine last night and three the night before. I'm only gonna have one tonight. Well, I did finish it and I'm just gonna have one more because I'm not calm yet. Wow. Here's what happens with alcohol specifically. Alcohol is a depressant. So when you're drinking to mellow yourself out, and especially if it's because you're depressed, it's only going to elevate or escalate the depression because it's a depressant. Self-medicating through any kind of drugs, they're not that's not what they're designed for. And if you're continually using that as a way to manage your mood, manage your feelings, it's not going to happen. Okay, you get that momentary high and I'm mellowed out. Oh, I feel good. But then when it goes away, whatever made you need to self-medicate, it's still there. So that's a no-no. Here's one that I recommend doing. Get moving, move, get some exercise. I've had some people say, yeah, but I don't like that. Well, be creative with your exercise. It doesn't have to be working out at the gym because I've talked to people who are back at the gym and who were like, I'm not doing it. It's too crowded. Yeah, they wipe down between, but everybody doesn't wipe down and da 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 da. So many reasons. Get out and walk. Enjoy the sunshine. That vitamin D that you're going to get from the sunshine can increase your mood. Just get out. Well, I don't know. Go walk in your backyard. Make circles in your backyard, no matter how small or large. Get out. Sit in the sun, but move. That movement isn't helpful. We're looking at some of the, again, the negative things. As I said, if you're a person who likes to go to the gym and you're not going now, that's another way that COVID has impacted you. It's taken something from you. It's not there. So you have to improvise. Don't be limited by the fact that, well, this is what I like to do. Okay, we liked a lot of things and did a lot of things pre-COVID that we're not doing now. Don't be limited by the circumstances. Oh, I did that one twice. Well, relax and meditate. Let's talk about meditation for a minute. Um, there are a lot of different things people think about meditation. Meditation, simply put, is a way to calm your mind, body, soul, spirit. You're taking time and being quiet. From a Christian point of view, there's a verse that says, "Be still and know that I am God." And you know, the hardest part of that voice is not knowing that God is God, is being still. We're used to being on the go. For some people, being still is pretty easy, but for the vast majority of people, you're used to doing something. And as I said in the beginning, COVID has put you in a position where you're still or in one place more than you want to be. So it's not just being still. Even in that verse, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." So you're not just going to be still, you need to do something. So when you meditate, you're going to take time to focus. One of the things we can do is you may just focus on one thing and look at it and just allow your thoughts to just sort of dump and flow. There are a lot of meditation apps out there right now. There's that are free. You can go to YouTube and put meditation music, and you can listen to relaxing, meditating music. You can read about meditation. And we're going to do a show on mindful meditation and mindfulness and mindful eating and just what that means to you and how it can have a positive impact on your life. Relax. You know, a few minutes ago, I said, get off of this for a little while. Relax. Allow your mind and your brain to just and relax. Relaxing might be part of that being still. Just be still, be quiet for just a moment, and allow your body and your mind to just stop. That's a hard one because you have 10, 20 things to do. If you have children in the house, especially young children, you're like, I wish I could. I've got a 3 and a 4-year old out there fighting now. Eventually, they're going to sleep. When they go to sleep, maybe that's going to be your time, or maybe before they wake up in the morning. But they wake up so early. But find a time where it's just quiet and you sit in the quiet and don't say a thing. It's okay to just and relax. There was a couple of years ago, one of the things for relaxation was coloring for adults. It came out with a whole line of coloring books for adults. The paper kind where you actually color, and then coloring apps. And many people found that relaxing. There's also puzzles or doing things, but something that is just not going to necessarily stimulate your brain to heightened awareness, but it's going to take it down a moment where you're just in the space of, yeah, I'm going to relax. How many of you out there really take time just relaxing? Let me know what you do to relax. Let me know if you find it hard to relax. Too often, too many people find it even difficult to just relax. Develop healthy eating habits. Why? Well, think about it. What goes in comes out. What goes in impacts everything. Many churches started the year off with, as they always do, with fasting, some for a week, some for 21 days, some for 40 days, just different times I've seen. When I talk to people who are successful in the fast for whatever amount of time it is, one of the things they feel um, healthier, they feel better because they're putting better things in their body. We have so much processed food. Even if you just cut out processed food, and we don't think about some things as being processed. You know, we find it more healthy to eat turkey bacon than pork bacon because the turkey is better than the pork. However, turkey bacon is so processed. And those of you that commented on relaxation, I'm going to come back to you. But turkey bacon is so processed. I told my son this because, we switched to turkey bacon years ago and he likes it better. And I said, did you know, that turkey bacon is really processed meat and eating processed food is not really healthy? So what are you saying? All bacon is bad for you? I said, in a sense, yeah. So I can never have bacon? No. I'm just saying if you don't have um, health issues, you probably could enjoy pork in moderation. But I like turkey bacon. Well, good. It is better in a lot of ways. But, we have to think about it. Are we eating adequate amounts of fruits and vegetables? And if you have health conditions, any health conditions, your food intake greatly impacts that. So there are certain health issues you'll find, oh, for instance, if you have gout, you don't want to eat a lot of shrimp. You don't want to eat tomatoes. You will find out if you eat them, you'll be in pain. Then you can talk to your nutritionist, your doctor, and find out what foods might interact with my condition. For instance, if you're diabetic, you have to cut back on your carbs. But if you're a person who has issues with inflammation, there are a lot of foods that are going to feed into the inflammation, and you want to cut back on them. And there are some vegetables that you just think are so great. For instance, I have acid reflux. And there are just certain foods you can't eat. Well, in order to be healthy, I was eating the little bitty oranges, the cuties, because they're small, they taste sweet. You can pop a cutie in your mouth, and I would be at work and I had a bag of cuties, and they'd be gone by the end of the week because I'm gonna eat 3 or 4 in a day. Spread out through the day because I'm going to forget lunch, but I'll pop a cutie. I'm working late, I'll pop a cutie. I might eat one for breakfast. So, and that unfortunately be some of the might be all I eat. That's part of the unhealthy eating. But you eat all of those cuties, and I found out that's why my reflux was getting worse. I can't eat them. So know the simple things that might change your might be helpful to you. But develop healthy eating habits. And that's not just because of COVID. But the other thing is, people are getting less exercise, they're sitting more. If you're working from home, even if your job, when you went out to work, you were at a desk, you get up to go talk to a coworker, you get up to go do something. When you're at home, you don't get up as much. You might leave for lunch. Well, lunch is only a few feet away, it's in your kitchen, a couple of rooms away. You might get up to go cook it or you might not, but you're moving less just because, oh, you're just at home. So developing eating habits that are going to be healthy. If you are at home and you're like, yeah, I'm here, one of the things you can do is to prepare healthy meals so that you're not um, eating bad for lunch. You don't have that excuse, well, I just ran out. No, you're at home. So those of you at home, take that time, figure out some meal prep in there, and work on healthy eating habits. Eat for your health concerns, whatever they are. I guarantee you, there are some foods that are going to be good or bad for you. Plant-based diets are very healthy, very hard for some people. I'm working toward that part. I'm living a pescatarian life right now, little paleo pescatarian, working off all the chicken and turkey bacon. There's still some in the fridge, so got to eat it first before I can fully do that. But working to change your eating habits will change your life. I wanted to go back to when we talked about relaxing, some of the comments were, I find it hard to relax. And that is an issue for so many people that you want me to relax, I can't do that. It's just too much. I would like to relax, but, and anytime there's a but behind it, well, that's not good. You want to be able to relax. And so for those who are find it hard to relax, here's the thing. As I said, there are a lot of apps and things, and sometimes hearing that music and that sound that is not helping me. No, it's not. So if that's you, what you can do is this. Um, take give yourself 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, and you can even set your phone because 2 minutes may seem like an eternity. And for 2 minutes, you're going to breathe and just sit there. And you're going to focus, and this is part of meditation. You're going to focus on feeling your body in the chair. How does your body feel sitting on the chair? Does a chair or bed or whatever you're sitting on feel hard to you? Does it feel soft to you? So you're going to get in that relaxing meditative mode. Or maybe it's you're going to go take a warm bath and light some candles that smell good to you. For some people, they love lavender. For some of us, not so much. But find a scent that makes you feel good and calms you down. In certain scents, do that. Use essential oils and put them in the container that allows them to vaporize and fill your room with that fragrance that are designed to relax you. But take time to just stop. It is very hard because it's unnatural. It is an unnatural thing to just do that. I have to put that on my calendar to go off. Yeah, and you just put it on there. Find a way to make it. Just make yourself say, okay, I'm just going to not do nothing for 2 minutes. So before we move on, we're going to practice a little something. And in this practice, I'm going to walk you through, and we've done it before on here. I'm going to walk you through a guided imagery. I'm going to give you my favorite one, and that's going to the beach. If you have an issue with the beach, and some people do, I hope this doesn't bother you. Or if so, turn it off for 2 minutes because that's all we're going to take. It's 2 minutes. So I want you to close your eyes if you can and take a deep breath and slowly let it out. Take in another deep breath and slowly let it out. Take in one more deep, deep, deep breath and slowly let it out. Imagine yourself on a beach. It is a beautiful, beautiful beach. And you're by yourself, but you feel safe, calm, empowered, and good. You walk along the edge of the water, crystal clear blue water and white sand. And you're just gently walking along the edge, and the waves are rushing over your feet and going back out. You notice the sun on your face, but it doesn't make you hot. It just feels good to be kissed by the sun. So you continue to walk, and you notice that the waves are coming in and out. And your breathing joins the waves, and it goes in and out. In and out. So you decide to sit along the edge of the water. And as you sit there, you notice that your feet and your legs are totally relaxed. Your stomach and chest are totally relaxed. Your arms, fingers, hands, totally relaxed. Your shoulders, totally relaxed. Your neck, totally relaxed. Every muscle in your head, totally relaxed. You feel good. Sit there for a moment and just feel relaxed. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll open your eyes, but you'll hold on to this feeling of relaxed, calm, safe, empowered, overall just feeling good. 10, 9, 8. Taking another deep breath and slowly let it out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Take in one more deep breath and slowly let it out. 2 and 1. Okay, that took a total of 4 minutes. If you're on live, let me know. How did that feel for you? Are you a little more relaxed? Was it hard to do? So take that time to just relax. Here's another thing to do during this time of COVID. Practice gratitude. Also, you be the one who is giving, but if someone's done something for you, practice some gratitude. Why is that important? How does that help your mental health? When you are giving to others, you feel good. You get something back by giving. As you give, you receive. Think about a time when you've done something for someone else. How did that feel? Usually, when you bring a smile to someone else's face, it brings a smile to yours. And the gratitude could be something simple. You did such and such for me, and I said thank you, but I just I just really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you because I really appreciate what you did. And just saying that, and you'll see that smile, how they feel. And yeah, it will make you feel good. As a Christian, find ways to be grateful and thank God. Even in the midst of those who are going through just horrible things right now, God is still there and He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. So if you are going through a horrible, tumultuous time, find something to thank God for. And sometimes I'll say, well, thank God for your life. Sometimes your health is such that you feel so bad you're not even thankful for that. But maybe He's put people in your life who love you, who want to care for you, who want to be there for you, even though you don't want them. They're still there in the best way you let them. Find a way to practice gratitude. But tell someone thank you. When you're getting out, going to the store, say something nice to someone. That's a way. If you're at the grocery store and it's the cashier, say something nice. Compliment them. Tell them a sincere thank you for waiting on me today. Thank you for working, even in this time of COVID, because you put yourself in a lot of peril because you are out here in the open, and everybody you have to encounter everybody. Say thank you, a sincere thank you. You're driving through fast food, going to curbside pickup, going inside to eat. Say a sincere thank you. It will surprise the other person. It will make you feel good. Um, and go out of your way sometime. If you get really good service, ask for a manager. I've done that before, and it's so funny. Almost every time the person is like, "Where's your manager?" I'm like, What happened?" No, I want to compliment you because what you're doing is awesome. Your personality was so great, and my service was so great today. I want to make sure the manager knows. You would be surprised. Like I say, you'll feel good because of that, and you will make someone's day. So show some gratitude. Get outside of your own box. We talk about, thinking outside the box. We have our own self sometimes in a box. And as you're experiencing this COVID fatigue, part of it is you're stuck in your box. Earlier I was talking about have fun, smile, do different things. Well, get out of your own rut. I have talked to people recently, personally and professionally, who realize they're in a rut. The rut is that I've seen, I go to work and I don't have to go to work and come home. I go to work and I just go to another room, or I just shut down the computer, or I work longer because, well, I don't have anything to do and I'm working from home. Since I don't have travel time, I'll just work a little longer. Whatever you're in, you're in that rut of school, or, I'm still not getting out a lot because of COVID. I'm not ready to go back and eat out in restaurants. So I'm at home, and I'm at home more, and I'm bored. Get out of your box, do something different. We talked about being creative, using coloring books, doing puzzles. Do something you haven't done before. Learn a new skill. Someone says they kick the box open daily, and you have to. There are free classes you can do on the internet. You can learn IT. You can learn about any skill. Yale has free classes. And then go to Google and enter, doing your search, learn IT, for instance. Free, $15, some free others. I want to be a better public speaker. You can take classes for that on the internet. Now, yes, I said we need to be off the screen more, but use your time productively. Instead of being that time you spend on social media, do something positive. Teach yourself a skill. Get out of your own box. Pick the box up, take it out of the rut, throw the box away, because the box is in the rut with you. You don't need the rut. You don't need the box. Throw it away. Get rid of it. It's not helping you. So get out of the box. Do something for yourself. If it is being creative, if you like to sing, sing. Nobody has to hear you. You can do it at home. Enjoy yourself in your own time. But get out of your box. Throw it away. And the last one I have, and it was hard to just stop at 10, because there were so many things I wanted to say, but there's a limited time, so I wanted to just do 10. Write it out. Now, this is difficult for some people, but if you are experiencing drama and trauma during this time of COVID, if COVID is increasing your anxiety, your depression, write about it. If it has increased your anger and frustration, write about it. Write it out. Or maybe you're just stuck and maybe you're feeling creative. Write a poem, write a song, write out your anger, write out your feelings. Write it out. Just start writing. I don't know what to write. Just start writing. Sit down. Today that will be your prompt. Today Today I'm mad. Today is a yucky day. Today is a great day. Today I'm frustrated. Today I'm so sick of COVID. I don't want to wear a mask ever again. Today I'm okay. Today I am feeling good. Today I am wonderful. Whatever you are. And then why? Today I am wonderful because. Today is awful because. Write it out. Whatever you're genuinely feeling, write it out. And the good things when you are writing it out, don't have to worry about grammar. Don't have to worry about punctuation. Don't have to worry about subject verb agreement, because no one's going to rate it and grade it. You are just writing for you. Get it out. Maybe you'll find out there's a poet inside of you or a songwriter. Write it out. Just be. I like to tell my clients sometimes have some verbal throw up. Yeah, just get it all out. When you have a lot of emotions and feelings, sometimes just getting it all out is beneficial. And since I stopped at number 10, I wanted to just say this: don't be afraid to get professional help when you need it. Now, there are times when, especially in this COVID time, depression and anxiety, and I'm picking those two because I see it so much, are out of control for some people. You are not alone. As I said, probably right now, seriously, 80% of my practice is probably dealing with anxiety and or depression and grief. Those three things are, and many of my clients, all three. So you're not alone. You don't have to go it alone. I've heard so many people say, yeah, but I'm good, I'm strong. I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to do this. I don't have to get help. It's okay. Like I say about mental health, we prioritize our physical health, but we think our mental health shouldn't matter. It does. It's just as important. Get help. You're willing to go to the doctor if it's physical, Be willing to seek professional help when you need it. A psychologist, a therapist, someone who's there to help you through this time. If even if it's a psychiatrist and you need medication, it's okay. You can take a pill if you got high blood pressure. I used to take medicine for my reflux. I changed the diet and don't have to. Um, but don't but I did go and find out, okay, what's going on? Why do I have these problems? Find out what the issue is, manage it, deal with it. Well, we're to the point where we get our call to action. Our call to action this week includes the following: take your mental health seriously. Mental health can be just as deadly as physical health and just as detrimental to your overall well being. Be kind to yourself. If you are having some mental health challenges, concerns, realize you're normal. If you're feeling depressed, you're obviously not the only one feeling depressed because they have a name for it. If it's a name for it, it's been around and you're not alone. Remain politically aware. You know, a lot of people are excited to see Biden and Harris, the inauguration, and we have a new president. Yay, we're feeling good about that. Your political life and your pick needs to be more than just worrying about who's in office and the president. In 2 years, we will have another election to see who's going to determine the House and the Senate. That's important. Many of you will have mayoral elections coming up. Governors will be voted in and out. These things impact your life and impact your life greatly. So remain politically aware. Don't think that just because there's a new person in the White House, you're good for 4 years. You're not. Every election impacts your life. So I continue to say it's important to vote, but it's important to be an educated voter. Don't just wait till the day of, oh, well, let me go. Oh, yes, a mail-in ballot, I can do that. There are crazy things that are happening, so you have to know who you're putting up there. Here's the craziest one I've heard recently about voter suppression. In Georgia, the great state of Georgia, there is a bill that says they want people, in order to mail in your ballot, you're going to have to um, mail in a picture of your ID twice in order to get a mail in ballot. If that's not voter suppression, what is? A lot of people don't have a printer at home, so you have to go. So that means you got to go somewhere, take your license, get it printed, and then go to the post office and do this twice. So remain politically aware so you know who's doing what and what kind of things are happening. And of course, mask up because wearing is caring. So before I sign off, I wanted to look at some of the comments that are there. And some of the big ones include people love their turkey bacon. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying be aware. I eat it in some of my fridge. I had one slice this morning. Um, just be aware of what you're putting in your body. And I'm just saying, so maybe it's a little processed, but be aware. Denise says she likes that verbal throw up. Yeah, sometimes maybe you need to have that friend. You need to just go dump. That verbal throw up is so good. Um, these are all of the comments I can see. Others were talking about, relaxing, and I saw some before they moved away that the relaxation was good. That was 3 minutes of your life, something you can do. Someone says they kick their box over daily when I talked about getting out of your own box. So those are some things that others have shared. So I want you to just think about that. If you find yourself or know someone who is in need of professional help, please reach out. My name is Bronwyn Lucas. I am a licensed professional counselor. I do teletherapy. So if you're in Texas and I take your insurance or you want private pay, look me up, Bronwyn Lucas. My office number is 682 272 3949. You can message me if you're watching this on Facebook, but reach out. If I'm not the one for you, I will help you find someone. I am not the therapist for everyone. I would love to be yours, but find out who's going to be there for you, what's going to work. So, in closing, I like to say what I always say: mental health is health. See you next week. Glad you found me on this page. And we'll be here from now on. Thinking Thursday deserves its own page. So, we'll be here. I look forward to seeing you next week and sharing more things with you. Have a great week.